Okay, just thought I'd do a video on wheel nuts and what to do if you end up with a wheel nut that's been rounded off, especially these hex ones. They're notorious, especially the aftermarket. I mean, this is an aftermarket bolt. They're notorious for rounding off on the inside, especially when they're nice and rusty. I mean, the idea is, especially use a hex key on the inside. Use that to undo it. On a lot of the more reputable ones, they're probably going to be okay. But on some of the aftermarket ones, they're a little bit softer. You get what you pay for. If you're going to go cheap, then there's a problem. But my solution to that is, you've probably seen it before, but my solution is I've got a kit of these socket set. It's a socket set, and basically it's got threads on the inside. I don't know if you can, let's get one of the bigger ones here. If you look inside, you can see that it's got a thread on it, and the thread is the opposite way to your normal standard screw or your bolt, nut, whatever. It's the other side. So normally it's righty tighty, lefty loosey. On this, it's the opposite way. So the idea is, if you've got a socket, a wheel nut or a wheel bolt that's stuck and it's not coming off and it's rounded off on the inside, the idea for this is that you put it on and go the opposite way, thus tightening it but loosen it at the same time. It loosens the bolt, tightens the socket, but loosens the bolt. So this bolt's in this nut into the vise. I mean, I haven't got a bolt, I haven't got a wheel lug on my car at the moment that needs coming off this way, so I thought I'd just go through it this way. It's 1/2 inch as well, so you get a good bar on it. The idea is is that you do it as if you're loosening it. So you're loosening, you're going left for the socket, which is going to tighten it, but as it's tightening, it's going to loosen the actual standard lug. So the idea is that you start tightening it, and the tighter it gets, eventually it's going to start loosening the actual wheel nut, which is what it's doing here. So it grips onto it, it screws onto it. It probably, I mean, the chances are it's going to wreck your lug, but your lug's wrecked anyway. And it comes off like that, and that's the idea of this kit. It's not very expensive. You've got, what have you got? You've got from 17mm right up to 25mm. I mean, this is a non-name one, but there's a lot of other kits like Draper, Sealy, I don't know, Silverline, Nielsen, all them sort of reputable makes. Get it for a cheap price, and it does the job. You can see, I mean, that bolt was in tight in my vise, and it got it off. And the chances are it's going to get it off your car as well. If it doesn't get it off, then you're going to have to look at other alternatives like welding or drilling out, whatever. But if you're a DIYer, I think this cost me about 20-30 quid. It's a good solid mount as well, a good standard impact, standard sockets. So if you're a DIYer and you come to that problem, it's worth investing in one of these, because I think it's going to get you out the poo. I mean, I haven't used this yet, but I've done a couple of experiments with it and it works really, really well. So for the price of 20 or 30 quid, I'd invest in one of these, and it's going to get your lug nut off. I mean, it's probably quite good for security lugs as well, when there's an issue with them, because they tend to fail because of the actual key, the way the key set out is, and they tend to rust and fall apart. So but yeah, invest in one of these. Comes into a nice case as well. Like I say, it's not got a make. I don't know who sent it to me, to be honest. I've had it for a while, but you can get them on eBays and things like that, so places like that. So definitely invest in one of these, definitely worth it. Hopefully this helps you, gets you out of a bit of a mess. Thanks for watching. Give me the thumbs up and subscribe as well if you like what I'm doing. Lots of other stuff on my channel, so check it out. Thanks for watching.